Hello, good afternoon. I'm Max Markson. Today is Saturday, the 30th of October 2021. Welcome to the second last Mental Moments show for Mental Health Month. We'll miss coming to you every day at 2 o'clock, but every episode we've recorded is available to you anytime you wish at mentalmoments.com.au. Today we've got a terrific show lined up for you, starting with Patrick Harris and his beautiful black colt, the therapy horse Wilson. We'll also have a special message from Martin Luthar CEO, Birgit Goetz. And before we start, I want to say a big thank you to our sponsors who've helped make this show possible. HSU, that's Health Services Union, are giving away $50,000. They want all their members to be double vaccinated. And if you haven't yet, go and get it done. And then go to Health Services Union, go to the website, log in, and one person will get $50,000. So congratulations to Health Services Union for the work they're doing, and we thank you for being a sponsor for us. Telstra Health is another one of our sponsors. Hester, Access Pay, Lindt Chocolates, we've got loads of chocolates going out to carers all over the place. Mwah, I love those chocolates. And we also want to thank Warren Saunders Insurance Brokers, plus Hay House, because they're giving us lots of books to give away as well. Kicking off our show today, we've got the very first star signed to Young Talent Time way back in 1971. That's only 50 years ago. What's that between friends? It's Vicky Broughton singing the big hit, Smile.
So to your letters, here she is, our delightful Miss Vicky Broughton.
Smile. Though your heart is aching, smile. Even though it's breaking, when there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. Smile through your tear and sorrow. Smile and maybe tomorrow you'll find that life is so worthwhile if you just smile. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is so worthwhile if you just smile. Ooh, when you're smiling, smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, the sun keeps shining through. But when you're crying, bring on the rain, stop that crying. Be happy when you're smiling. When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. Smile, smile, 'cause when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. Come on and laugh, 'cause when you're laughing, the sun keeps shining through. But cry, cry, you bring on the rain, don't cry. Be happy when you're smiling. When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. With you, with you. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's that time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You find that life is so worthwhile if you smile, smile. If you just more.
No, but the song was written, the music, by Charlie Chaplin back in 1936 for his movie Modern Times. And it's really just a message for people to smile, obviously. Now, the lyrics came later, but the song was written by Charlie Chaplin, the music in 1936. Now to Coonamble in outback New South Wales, where horseman Patrick Harris will be joined by his horse Wilson, nay, to demonstrate to us what equine-assisted therapy is, why it's so effective, and what kind of mental conditions it has been effective in treating. Now, animals, as we know, like our pet cats and dogs at home, have a very good effect on our blood pressure and our mental overall health. But horses weave their magic in other ways. Let's learn all about it. Please meet Patrick and Wilson.
Hello, my name's Patrick Harris and this is Glenlee Rivoli Odyssey, otherwise known as Wilson. Today I'd like to talk to you about mental health and what's been happening in Australia for the last couple of years, last 18 months at least. When I was 3, all I wanted to be was a horse trainer and go out and demonstrate horsemanship and show people what it was all about. Today I run horse breaking schools, training schools where I help horses and people train in neuro-linguistic programming, and as far as I know I'm one of the only ones that take horses from start to finish using those same techniques and people at the same times. We also breed horses here on the farm on Birrendai. We've got over 30 horses. We use all of them in our equine assistant therapy work that we do. For breeding mares we use with young mums or mums to be, families to be, particularly in how to look after the mares as they're coming into foaling. The young foals are the same thing. We use them for families, young kids learning to get used to having new children in the house. Even my stallion here, Wilson, we use him as well. We've got another couple of quieter horses that we use for riding. I've worked with soldiers, emergency service people, people with PTSD, trauma, anxiety. The horses are really a great way of bringing people down or having people just be able to relate to something that doesn't judge them. We've also worked with people within the NDIS system, basically given patterns, procedures, sequences on how to do things, and I'll cover that in a little bit later on when I'm talking. Farmers, helping to build resilience. Palliative care nurses, helping dealing with depression and sadness with their jobs that they see all day, every day kind of stuff. We've worked with people with substance abuse. I've demonstrated my horsemanship techniques at Australian National Field Days, AgQuip, just to name a couple. The same techniques, interestingly enough, that we use in those are the same ones we use for helping people to overcome some of the issues that they're having. It comes down to everyone's using the resources that they've got, and as you can see here we've got a nice set of round yards. When I first started off we had an old set of yards that were just next to me, but there's been many a time where I've used gill guys or galvanised burr, something as a bit of a boundary just to hold myself and the horse in the one spot. So yeah, like everyone is just using what they've got, and it's the same with mental health. We're all doing the best with what we're given, and right now Australia's being given a fair bit, particularly with COVID, bushfires, drought, just to name a few. The mice plague was another one that we all went through. The value of working with the horses is that people that work with the horses, they have more engagement. They're more aware of their sensory acuity in a sense that they're more aware of what they see, what they hear, what they feel on the inside and outside, and also putting that all together to make something that really works. He's hiding from the sun. They have more self-worth, as in that they're able to work within a system with the horses and actually get the results. The beautiful thing about horses is horses don't lie. Horses will always tell you the truth, or at least how they see it. Those people that work with the horses, they have more self-value in the sense that they're able to put it all together and start getting those results we were talking about. Things that we teach, or concepts that I feel is very important with mental health, is being able to, and obviously we use the horses as a, basically as a metaphor for what people are going through. But the main thing is, like, we teach a number of steps. And those steps are like things like being able to do a mental assessment, a very quick one of beliefs and values, being able to physically assess, to walk around and see if he's got any lumps, cuts, abrasions, what his coat looks like, where his eyes are, just where he's at within himself. Putting boundaries in place and being able to stand by those boundaries and stand firm with them. Very important with dealing in work issues, social issues, relationships, and even when dealing with this guy, we've got boundaries in place. Understanding, being able to understand not only where the horse is, but also the people that they're working with and themselves. Knowing that that understanding gives them a greater ability to be able to accept where that person is in the world, or at least their worldview. To build confidence, reassurance, communication skills such as body language, verbal commands, kinesthetic as in touch, what we touch and how we leave a horse, because every time we do, we leave an imprint. So when I touch a horse, I want him to know that I'm nothing more than but a friend. In saying that, we've got boundaries, and as you can see, he's applying a few of those right now. And he needs to accept that he is my horse. Being able to establish compliance within an animal, and also realising that that compliance comes back to us as people, that we have to stand by what we've started, the training program that we've put in place. And that's a way of measuring our success. Being consistently in doing so and building the respect and trust that these guys so much need and want in their lives. Around all of this, we put in ownership of the whole process and ownership and responsibility. The big word that comes with this is community. Now, I understand that people need to build communities. Not everyone's community is great, but we need to build what works. A friend of mine, Paul Davenport, said to me in 2018, community is what will get you through. And I said to him, where is it? And he said, right here. He said, you can talk to people on the phone, there's the internet. Get the resources you need to help get you through. As I said, my name's Patrick Harris. This is Glenlee Riverlea Odyssey. And just back on community, thank you to all the emergency care workers, doctors, politicians, school teachers, mums, dads, grandfathers, grandmothers, anyone at all that's been putting in the hard yards for Australia. Right now, as we're talking about, Australia's going through a rough time. If we can all be a little bit kinder. And yeah, just once again, thank you guys.
What a fascinating insight into the therapeutic benefits of equine interaction. Just lovely. You can learn more about Patrick Harris horsemanship on his Facebook page of the same name and on his YouTube channel. Now to hear from Birgit Goetz, the CEO of Martin Luthar Homes.
Hi guys, it's Birgit here from Martin Luthar Homes. Mental moments are here to remind us that we need to look after our mental health. So anything that makes us calm, slows our heart rate and calms our breathing is supporting our mental health. Your dedication to your work is what keeps aged care going. You are always responding positively regardless what's thrown your way, and you never give up. I want to say thank you for that, and I do not take it for granted what you have achieved and have sacrificed over the last 20 months. So keep it up and ask yourself, have I had my mental moment today?
Thank you, Birgit. And thank you to all our aged care workers all around Australia for the incredible job that you do. Thank you. Well, that's just about it for our show today. Tomorrow is Sunday, the 31st of October, and I hope you will join me for our last show ever, well, for this year, where we'll hear again from ex-nurse and hypnotherapist Benita Wayman with her tips on coping in the pandemic as a carer, very relevant tips to our viewers. As always, if you miss a show, watch it on demand anytime at mentalmoments.com.au or on our YouTube channel. And keep nominating great aged care and healthcare workers so that we can send them some Lindt chocolates wherever they are in Australia. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 2 o'clock on mentalmoments.com.au. Take care, and thank you as always to our frontline health and aged care workers. Now it's over to Johnny Young and the Young Talent Time to sing us out. See you tomorrow.
2, 3, 4. Oh, that's nice. Okay, now remember we've got to sway, okay? Oh, lovely. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you, and I'll pretend that I'm kissing those lips I am missing, and hope that your dreams all come true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all our loving to you. Good night, Australia.